but it doesn't mean we started, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is just all preliminary. Yeah, I feel like there's almost like a telepathokinesis, like, vibe when you, like, when you know we're going, it's almost like, boom,
right.
Like,
You're
going.
just in the mode. Yeah.
And it almost might have just started, because I'm down to just jump right in if you are.
Right.
Dude, I appreciate you coming out here, dude.
Yeah, totally. I'm excited to talk about everything.
Who are you? Because I feel like you just kind of spawned, and all of a sudden you're in all these people's lives, and I'm hearing about you and seeing you all over social media.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen this before. You know, like, who are you?
Yeah, I'm Brett. I'm just an artist, and I've just been bringing my work home with me. I'm normally down in LA a lot, and then I've just been taking photos down there for a couple years. Kind of just started going out more at home, making friends, doing my thing, and then got the band going, started singing. So that was a big one, and then that kind of just threw me in it as soon as the band started. All these opportunities kind of just spawned. So I've just been capitalizing on everything.
Are you from around here? Or are you from LA?
Yeah. I'm from Cayucos.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how old are you?
27 recently.
27?
Yeah.
Happy fucking birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
So did you go to Morro Bay High School?
I actually went to Coast Union for like 2 years, and then I went to continuation school up there for the last 2.
You could not be in normal high school
I just
anymore.
fucked it off. I didn't want to do anything.
You were just over everything?
I just didn't apply myself like at all. If I could go back now, I definitely have like the more of a drive, but you know.
I wonder what made you feel that way.
I just think I was structured. I grew up out of that area, and so when I went to high school, all your friends that you grew up with, you know, they go to a different school, so I wasn't really interactive. I wasn't excited about it.
So you went to like Cayucos, like middle school and shit?
Yeah, there's an elementary school and then there's like a middle school.
And then from there you went to Coast, and then a couple of years of Coast, and you went to a continuation high school?
Yeah.
Who was your best friend from the continuation high school, and who was your best friend from Coast?
My best friend from Coast would have to be... That's a good question. I would say my best friend, Jacoby. He moved to Oregon like 2 years ago. But yeah, he was my best friend. But I have this friend, Connor, that we were best friends for like my first 2 years at Coast, and then I did a year at continuation. And then my senior year, he ended up going to the continuation. And we've been tight ever since. Like, we talk fucking almost every day, so...
And then you said something about LA. Like, what are you doing in LA?
Yeah,
what ties do you have there?
So like a couple of years ago, I just started going down there with my friend Tara, and we just started like going to shows and festivals and stuff, just kind of hanging out. But over a period of time, like, she's always taking photos and stuff, so I just started taking photos at one point with the Polaroid, and that's actually all I shoot. But started like taking photos for my friends' shows, because my friends would draw music or have fashion shows, and I'd take photos of that, and then people were just really fucking with the photos, so I did more of that, and just started recently booking like artists and models, and so it's fun to go down there. I feel like I'm just plugged in down there as I am here, so I like to work both angles.
Where do you stay in LA?
Mainly Hollywood. That's where my friend lives.
So you get to stay with her for free?
Yeah, pretty much.
And what, like, how are you booking artists? How are you booking...
So, I mean, normally we kind of just alley-oop. So, say my friend has an event coming up, or I know something's coming up, I'll just be like, hey, like, let me shoot your shit. And they're, of course, down. And so, just grinded it out. And I've actually been able to take some photos for some pretty cool people. So, I would have never thought I would be a photographer. I also never would have thought I'd been a singer. I've just been more of like a musician.
So you just pull up with literally a Polaroid camera?
Just pull up a Polaroid camera. People get really excited too.
They're like, oh my God.
And then it prints right there, so it's tangible.
Yeah.
You know.
They're like handing you like quarters and shit.
Yeah, like a little coin jar. Yeah, that'd be funny. But taking photos is sick, man. Like, just capturing a moment and just having that. You get like a feeling every time you look at that photo.
Can you even like zoom on a Polaroid camera?
No, it's all angles and all where you're standing. That's why it's like if you go to like a concert, like it's really hard to shoot a concert on that shit.
Yeah.
Because even if you get in front, they're still super far away, and the lighting is never good. It's always dark.
How often are you in LA compared to? Yeah, wait, where do you live right now? Cayucos.
Cayucos. Yeah.
So you kind of mobbed to come out here.
Yeah, a little bit.
Shit, bro.
It's not too bad.
Okay,
I was already in, I suppose.
Okay.
So, you know.
Who do you live with in Cayucos?
I live in my grandpa's house.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you guys chill?
Yeah, super chill.
Nice.
He supports the cause, so it gives me the freedom to just do this shit.
Cool.
There you go.
What do you guys? What do you usually do in Cayucos?
There's not jack shit to do. I used to skate all the time, but I'm just older now, and it fucking sucks when you fall because you're out for like a week.
Yeah.
My job's really like physically attentive too, so I gotta stay sharp for that. But like mainly in Cayucos, I just go like summer's hidden, so just go to the beach recently and work on music and compile myself a little bit.
What is your job?
I'm an in-home caregiver.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine that.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
So many angles, man. There's so many angles.
That makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah. Been doing that like 7 years now.
You go to people's homes, so you're kind of like a CNA type person, like a nursing assistant, like in home.
Yeah, we handle a lot of stuff like in the house too.
I couldn't imagine you, like, taking care of an older person. You know what I mean? Like, you seem kind of, like, wild and having fun and, like, this LA, like, you're, like, singing. You're going to concerts and bars and shit.
Yeah.
You have dyed hair.
Yeah.
Like, you taking care of an old person, that doesn't add up.
A lot of people don't even think I'm employed. They're like, you have a job. But yeah, no, I really love it. I've been able to get really good at it, so it helps.
So that means you have a soft spot in your heart, then.
Totally.
Like if you're.
Oh yeah, super compassionate. Like I mean, not to boast myself or anything, but I care deeply about people. You know, people need to be happy. You know, there's a reason not to. There's like a lot of suffering in the world. So.
Like you're holding someone's hand as they get into bed or something.
Well, mainly like my main client is like a full quadriplegic, so I'm doing everything. I'm feeding them, I'm moving them, getting them going, cleaning their house, you know, organizing their family matters, is the whole nine. It's a lot more than just like, you know, taking care of people. I mean, you're kind of sustaining a person's whole existence and the ecosystem that they're in.
Literally ecosystem, because you're, like what you said, like you're dealing with some private, like, family matters,
right,
paperwork and documents and the fucking the household. Like that household is their ecosystem, and you are part of the ecosystem.
Yeah, and it's hard to like find your balance, you know, because you're dealing with everything. So you gotta have to be detached in certain ways, but like more attached than average in others. Very tricky. Very tricky.
So that's why you were working. You said you were doing like a night shift recently?
Yeah, so I like to mainly do like overnight shifts.
Damn.
So I'll get there at like 7 p.m. and then I'll leave probably like 10 or 11 a.m. the next day.
10 or 11 a.m.?
Uh-huh.
Do you sleep or you're just up the whole time?
I'll sleep for a couple hours, you know.
Okay, and they're chill with that?
Yeah, well, like my main job for that night is to like get everything ready for them to go to bed and then get them to bed. And if something were to happen in the middle of the night, I'm right there.
Posted. You have comms, radios.
I'm actually in the same room. There's a bed, and then there's the whole sleeping situation. So I'm really right there.
Fuck,
I wouldn't even trust a comm, man. Like, you know, if they have to go to the bathroom, that minute, that 30 seconds to a minute, is pretty pivotal.
So you're just posted, chilling, sleeping in the same room. Is that like, are you ever like, dude, like this person just can't stop snoring? Or
dude, I deal with the gnarliest snoring. And then sometimes I do my shifts with some coworkers that also snore really crazy, so they'll kind of bounce off of each other. Bluetooth headphones are pretty pivotal.
Do you get to like chill, like watch some Netflix on your phone or something?
Yeah, normally I just nerd out on YouTube. I fucking love YouTube.
What do you watch on YouTube?
Man, I'm okay. So I'm also like a super nerd. So I'll watch like comic book shit and like breakdowns and theories and a lot of like old lectures. I like old World War II, post World War II lectures, like philosophers from back then, you know. So, because I feel like the time now is, I wouldn't say similar, but the climate of everything is pretty intense. So, you know, history tends to repeat itself.
You feel like the water's hot.
Water's always been hot. I just feel like we're all really connected now, and I think everyone's so hypersensitive that it's like overwhelming. And you know, technology now, you can know about everything. You can know as much as you want to know about anything, for the most part. So, you know, you have more to worry about. You know, the human brain can only take so much. So, everyone's just super overstimulated in that sense. So, when things happen, it kind of just pushes everyone over the threshold. That's why I think the 80s were a lot different, because they were dealing with some serious shit too, but you know, there was some kind of like obliviousness because they didn't have all this access to information and media, you know. So I feel like that contributes a lot to how bad everything seems now. But I mean, bad is just bad. You know, there's no real sense in measuring it. It's just good and bad things.
Speaking of World War II, have you heard or seen a show called Band of Brothers?
Man, a long fucking time ago. I remember that shit being so good too.
I'm watching it right now. I'm on episode 7. That shit slaps.
It's savage.
It's
too.
gnarly.
It's savage.
It's honestly an action show. That's the thing. Like it's a gnarly fucking like action show. Like
right.
I kind of fuck with it. I guess it's all these people are. I mean, not all these people. The one person I talked to about it, or I guess two, they're like, yeah, it's historically accurate, you know, and that's just, it's like, fuck, like I'm kind of on the edge of my seat sometimes, even though it's like I shouldn't even say even though it's like, but it's from 2000, so obviously like the special effects are still really fucking gnarly in it, but it's not like...
Well, there's a lot of practical effects.
Yeah, it's dope. I fuck with it.
Yeah.
I fuck with it.
Practical effects hit.
You went to Live Oak.
Yeah, that was fucking
How was that?
Man, that was a cool experience. I've never been to a festival.
You've never been to a festival?
Never been to a festival, so that was the first one.
Really?
Yeah. And I literally only bought a day pass, right? It's a crazy story. Bought a day pass for Friday. So my sister drops me off over at Cuesta. And they throw on the wristband, right? And, you know, whatever. So I go up to the camp and stuff. And I'm chilling. I'm like already having fun. So I'm like, damn, I want to be here all weekend. So I hit the Facebook group looking for like a ticket for Saturday too. You know, just figured 2 days I'd be sick. But they only had weekend passes. So I ended up buying a weekend pass for $150. Well, I'm at the camp. And so we're going to head down, right? We're walking down. And I noticed that the wristband on my arm is orange. And everyone's in camp was orange. And I was like, why the fuck do I have an orange wristband? Like, how are they supposed to tell if I'm only here for a day or not? We get down to the main stage, and there's like a poster that says all the wristbands and what they mean. Yeah. And the orange one was actually for a weekend pass.
Really?
Yeah, so they just randomly gave me a weekend pass. So I immediately hopped back on the Facebook group, sold the ticket I had just bought, and had my sister drop me off like a bunch of camping stuff, and was there all weekend jamming with all the old people. That was fun. So,
did you go alone?
Yeah, I met up with people.
Okay.
My friend had a campsite, but for the most part, yeah.
So you knew people that were there.
Oh yeah,
you could stay with them.
And I ended up knowing a lot of people that went. I was really surprised. But I mean, it's in SLO, so.
Where is Live Oak?
It's across the street from Cuesta, the campground.
Oh.
It used to be down like near Shumash.
So it's by like the paintball field or whatever?
Yeah, it's like across the way. So like you're driving to Cuesta, on the left there's the golf course and campgrounds. And on the right there's Cuesta.
So that's why there were so many cars at Cuesta this weekend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're driving by on our way from Morro Bay to, back to SLO on Friday night, and we saw like these old people. Like my friend was like, "Are they like catching a ride out their school or something?"
Right.
Because we were like, "Dude, what's going on?" But I didn't know Live Oak was there. I thought Live Oak was in another fucking county.
It was for a long time. It
Oh, really?
literally moved to SLO, I think, and then COVID happened. So they did like 1 year in SLO or 2. And then just came back. This is the one that came back with. And it was super fun. I definitely want to make a big investment on like camping shit. Go do more festivals.
I know nothing about it. I've never been, but it doesn't sound right, Live Oak being in SLO. It almost sounds like it needs to be in more of like a country atmosphere.
It was, yeah, I can see that. But
like somewhere outside of like Paso and like deeper and further, like out in like the fucking middle of nowhere, like some woods and like some hills and like a very dry climate.
Well, there was so many different type of people there. There was a lot of kids. And there was like
it's a family thing, right?
Yeah, there was like a playground there and like all kinds of stuff for them. So that was pretty cool to see. Everyone, their families. Because I feel like normally when you go to a festival, it's either that or just a bunch of kids in their 20s just high as shit.
Were you smoking reefer?
I was smoking reefer.
What type of like joints, blunts?
Blunts? Mainly joints. Pulled up with joints. Once the joints ran out, I had a pipe and weed, so that was helpful. I drank a lot of fucking wine though.
Really?
Oh man, I made it a point to just drink wine the whole weekend.
So that's why today's Tuesday. So that's why you're like hella tan right now. And
Yeah,
just, like,
yeah. I mean, I was in the sun all day too. Like fuck, I was eating sushi for 4 fucking hours.
Did you have to get like work off or?
No, just off today.
Or no, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Did you?
Oh, to go to Live Oak?
Yeah.
Actually, I worked Sunday, and I went straight from my camp to work, and then off work back to my camp.
Were they like, dude, you smell, bro?
I could shower at work, but like,
okay, nice.
No, like not really. I mean, it wasn't that active. I don't really smell bad either. I would take a lot for that to happen.
You said you're a comic book nerd?
Facts.
Like, what else do you nerd out on besides comic books? And, like, do you know anything about superheroes?
Fat Star Wars nerd. Big Marvel nerd. DC nerd for sure. Besides that, I mean, basically, like, the normal shit. Not too much on sci-fi end, though. But, you know, like Star Trek and, like, Battlestar Galactica and stuff. Like, I don't know a lot about that, but...
Could you tell us, like, a grouping of sentences about Marvel and about DC and explain the difference and, like, the top 3 superheroes from each one? Because
Okay.
I don't know anything about that.
Oh, okay. For Marvel, I would have to say, like, it's a lot of, like, a brighter tone. You know, it's like, polished and happy. You know, hero is probably always going to win. If they don't, they're coming back or something or the other. You know, it's really happy. It's kind of like I'd hate to say Disney feel, but it is kind of like that. DC can get dark. Like, they do some pretty dark shit and can have some violent stuff in there. And I just like how gritty it can get. And the characters are, I feel like, more relatable, kind of more based in like a human tone. To where like Marvel, like the superheroes are superheroes. You know, they're super people. So... they're always like the nicest or the most compassionate or just like top tier morale. But with DC heroes, I mean, they have flaws and they definitely use that to write stories. So I fuck with those things heavy for sure. Main Marvel characters to like describe the whole thing, I would say would be. Definitely Spider-Man, for sure.
Iron Man?
Yeah, Iron Man's up there. I would say more like Captain America, but Iron Man. Yeah, Captain America, Iron Man, Spider-Man, or Wolverine, Iron Man, and Spider-Man. I'd say.
And that is DC?
That's Marvel.
That's Marvel.
Yeah.
Okay, so Spider-Man, You said Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Iron Man.
That's Marvel.
Right.
You're saying Marvel's more happier, joyful superhero.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Marvel.
Yeah. DC is like Batman, obviously. You got Superman in there. And the third one, shit. That's a tough one. I really fuck with Green Lantern.
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern, yeah.
Have you... So, yeah, those are big universes.
Yeah, there's a lot in all of them.
Have they, in like the Avengers, is that superheroes from each universe together?
That's just Marvel.
Oh, it's just Marvel.
That's all just Marvel properties, like all getting together and doing their thing. One big happy circle jerk.
So when a Batman movie comes out, for example, the most recent one,
right,
that is DC. Yeah. That's a DC.
Yeah. But then, like, you could break down. There's different parts of their cinematic universes. So, like, they have the main DC heroes and shit in their movies, and that's all going to shit now currently, sadly. But then you have like the gritty ones, like that Joker movie. Like that's a different. It's like a side thing. The new Batman's a side thing, and they're doing really good with that. I think they should just stick with that. I think they tried to just did what Marvel did, and just didn't work out right.
Did you like the most recent Batman? The 3-hour one?
Yeah, that shit
you
was
liked
dope.
it?
Yeah, it was dope.
Damn. I feel like some movies that people have been hyped on that I just like watched it stoically and was like indifferent, almost borderline like unimpressed for was like the new Batman, Dune. There's another one in there somewhere, and then people are hyped on that new like Top Gun movie.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I wouldn't be...
I mean, I only
feel
saw
like I've
Batman
seen it
once.
before, no pun intended.
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, pretty generic stories, too. I mean, I like the Batman one because it was like if you're a Batman nerd, you're like, oh, yeah, like, this is dope. Because it's, like, super detective-oriented, kind of noir in a sense, which is sick. It's better than whatever the fuck Ben Affleck did.
The Dark Knight Rises and shit?
I
like those more than those.
Yeah, that's Christian Bale. Those are sick.
Okay.
Those are sick.
Okay.
Christopher Nolan. He's the GOAT, bro. He's one of the best directors.
Who do you like more, Christopher Nolan or Quentin Tarantino? Or have you seen
I mean, I would say probably Quentin Tarantino because those movies are just so fucking good and they're so entertaining. And they're everything, you know, like Christopher, like you could have a hilarious Quentin Tarantino movie. You can't really have a hilarious Christopher Nolan movie. I mean, at least not yet. There might be jokes in it, but there's some shit you see in Quentin Tarantino movies that you're just not gonna see anywhere else.
Did you see Tenet by Christopher Nolan?
Tenet, no, that's the one where they don't talk, right?
No, they were definitely talking.
Oh, okay.
Just another. I liked Tenet for the most part. I actually watched it twice, like within the same week, just because I was like, "What the fuck happened the first time?"
Right.
But it's a solid movie for sure.
Right.
Tenet.
That's another thing Christopher Nolan's really good too. Like you have to watch those movies a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're an artist.
Yeah.
You're a vocal musician.
Vocal musician as of last year, probably up on like 9 months now. It's been sick. It's been really sick. I've always been like musically inclined. My family's always been in music, but I mean, I think only recently I was just able to just fucking get out and do it. Because my friends were trying to get me to actually actively make music and perform music years now. But I just got bit by the bug. I was about it the second it started. Haven't really looked back either. And it's weird in a short time, like that's what I'm known for. It's really, really strange. But
what are you known for? Oh, the music thing?
Yeah, before that I was just Brett, so.
what did you feel like before the music thing? Were you just like, did you feel like you seem popular?
Yeah, I mean, I've always had a
wrong.
lot of friends. I think it was mainly just like funny or cool to hang out with mainly. I don't know. I think that might be a question for. I gotta find that one out. Yeah, I didn't do much before. I mean, besides like, I used to rap a lot.
Rap?
Yeah.
Do you have any rap songs?
Not currently.
Okay.
But that was once a thing.
There's a lot of rappers.
I kind of look.
Everybody's a rapper.
I know. I kind of look back and I just cringe a little bit. I can't help that too.
I mean, it's just fun to fucking fuck around.
It's cool. It's cool. I learned a lot doing that. I apply a lot that I learned from that to what I do now, as far as, recording, performing, carrying yourself, taking care of yourself, networking, the logistics of everything. 'Cause it's one thing to just like make music and sing with your friends and all that shit, but as far as it comes to like managing yourself and having a business aspect to it, it's a whole nother beast. It kind of feels like I started a business, so it gets a little difficult, but
You're gonna have to give us like a deep dive on your whole like music thing. Like, what's going on right now? I want the
we should. I think we should start with the
details.
story of how like it kind of started.
Okay.
So there's Sweet Springs in Osos, right? So
Yeah.
it's a crazy story. I was driving to karaoke one night. I hadn't done karaoke in forever. I just caught a wild hair or something. Was like, go do karaoke. Fuck it. So
Wild hair.
yeah, wild
You
hair.
got wild hair.
Yeah, something like that.
It literally like fell on like your lip and like got into your mouth somehow and then like disintegrated on your tongue.
Yeah, and it's like I got
Sweet Springs.
Yep, that just directed me there. So I was driving there, and I was flashing back to this one night at Siren, like years before, and there's an open mic, and these three old dudes were just jamming, and I went up there and sang some Led Zeppelin, just like off the cuff. I don't know much Zeppelin either. It's just those songs are so fucking weird and complicated. There's too many words, but was flashing back to that driving to Sweeties, and I was like, how cool would it be if like I met a band at Sweet Springs, like doing this karaoke shit, just like thinking in my head. So I'm driving, I get to Sweet Springs, do karaoke, I'm fucking getting hammered, just having the time of my life, and I fucking just went ape shit on karaoke. Like I was running around and getting in people's faces. It was fun as fuck. And it was sick. It was really aggressive. And once I was done, Isaac came up to me. He was like, hey, like, do you want to be in my band? I'm trying to start this band. And he was with Hunter, and they were like, we're going to jam out soon, so we should come over. And we hit it off in the first jam session. We wrote like 3 of our like favorite songs that day. So it's been like 9 months since then. We played at a Halloween show over at Isaac's house. That was pretty sick. We did the Sweet Spring show. That was big. But our drummer ended up moving. So we had a fill-in drummer. Then he dislocated his shoulder. So then now our only drummer lives in Sacramento. So he has to come down when he can on like weekends and shit. And that's when we jam.
Why you get a new drummer?
We've been trying to figure that out. We got someone coming by next Thursday, I think, next Wednesday.
To try out.
But it's an exhausting process, honestly, because like you get used to just having it down, and then when you have to bring someone new in, you have to reestablish, and it's like running on a treadmill, a little bit. But it's good. It's worth it for sure. Trying to get another show lined up right now. Siren's looking promising. We might do a show at a pizza place. It's random shit.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
People, I mean, when I went to your guys' Osos thing, it looked like the fucking bar it was hard to like walk around. I don't know if that was like.
It was packed.
Yeah, what, you guys weren't there on a weekend night. That was a
No, that was
like
a
Tuesday or
That was
Wednesday,
literally a Wednesday or Tuesday. Fuck, I can't remember. I think it might have been a Tuesday.
I don't know if that was. I mean, it had to have been not packed because of you guys, because it
Right,
seemed like
well,
the entire
yeah.
bar was there. For
We
you
promoted the
guys.
shit out of it. So I know we could fill up bars pretty easy. So we've been talking to one of the locals out here, Odizzo. Well, he's like my uncle, and we're trying to get into the studio so we can get this shit recorded, and then they can help us line up some shows. But we just got to get all 4 members together.
4 members.
Yeah, so we got Hunter, our drummer, Chase, our bass player, Isaac, the guitarist, and I'm the singer.
Okay, so it's
Hunter's up in Sacramento.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other guy you named, the bass guy, he lives
Chase.
here.
Yeah, Chase lives here. And then we had a guy named David fill in for the Sweet Spring show. And that worked out pretty sick, but then he dislocated his shoulder, so we were kind of hanging on the balance. And then Hunter's come down a couple times to jam with us. We threw a show on my birthday. That was fun as fuck.
Was Isaac there?
Yeah.
Nice.
Me, Isaac, Hunter. That was pretty good. So it's just a matter of getting us all together and getting some practice in before we can get out here and do another show.
Did you know Isaac before the Siren that night?
Oh, Sweet Springs? No, never.
Okay,
No.
so when you were at the Siren, jamming out, getting in people's faces, Isaac came up to you afterwards and was like, "Yo, dude, like, do you want to come over?"
Yeah, it's Sweet Springs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of crazy? You guys are relatively the same age almost, and like
It's kind of spooky because me and him have hit it off so well. We're like best friends now too. So, I mean, fate is fate. I really feel like it was meant to be. You know, like all that's going on.
you guys definitely must have, like, when you guys met each other at the Sirens, you guys for sure had a large group of mutual overlapping friends.
Yeah,
had to have.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I don't know.
And then you guys just randomly meet.
Right. Yeah, and then we just knew all each other's friends, and you know, hit it off pretty well.
You guys text every day. You're like, "Hey."
Oh well, no, we don't text every day. It's actually it's like we don't talk a lot, which is just funny because when we do link up, it's always like we've been talking every day. But
You want to talk more.
well, I mean, I'm not hurting to. It's not like I'm gonna talk to you. It's like, hey man, just talk to me. How was your day? No, I don't have that much to talk about. But yeah, the band shit's been super good, and actually I've been able to like integrate it with my photos too, because when I take photos down in LA, I could just be like, oh, by the way, psst, got this band, and like that opens up a plethora of doors on its own. So, but
someone was taking down your flyers for the Sweet Springs concert.
yeah,
Tell me about that.
so
You made a post about it.
right,
And
so
people reposted it.
yeah, fucking hilarious. Yeah, some dude was taking down our flyers at like, it was at, let me see, it was at High Street in Osos, and then it was at Bottle Liquor, I think, or no, it was at the liquor store in Osos by the Chevron. What is that called? Valley Liquor. And then I can't remember if any more got taken down, but yeah, someone was not stoked about the whole band thing. That was probably my doing. Someone was probably like, let's go to this band and fucking fuck with it.
Did you ever find out who did it?
Yeah.
They came clean.
Is my ex's ex.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's just mad that we dated the same girl.
Got it.
So
and he lives around
in Osos.
Got it.
So it was like, I assumed it was him because, like, look, man, I get along with absolutely everybody. There's only like 1 or 2 people on that list that would want to fucking see me not thrive like that, and one of them is like a bygone, a bygone be bygone, whatever. And the other dude just totally hates me because he assumes that I got with his ex when they were like still together, but it's a long time after. So we did it for a long fucking time. I'm surprised he's still upset about it, but to each his own. People gotta feel what they feel. Don't take it out my fucking flyers though, because I didn't do anything to you. So I mean, it's not really fair. But by the way, it's like that's not gonna really stop anything. If anything, it's fuel for the fire. It was really motivating before the show.
What's a bygone?
You ever heard the phrase "let bygones be bygones"?
Yeah.
Like agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree?
Yeah, or like, fucking, we're fine, but, it's like, I'm not itching to talk to you or anything. Just mutually leaving each other alone.
That's, like, if you had to come up with a textbook definition of a bygone and you got paid, and there's like 500 people judging you, if it's a shitty ass response, you then get like $20. If you nail a hit amazing definition, you can win up to $50,000. How would you describe this definition right now? Like, what is the bygone? If there's thousands of dollars on the line, what is a bygone?
A bygone.
Textbook definition.
All right.
If you
can. I would say, something of like an acquaintance. It's like a I'm trying to think of a way to say, like, there's no real motivation on either side to like check in or like talk or anything, but you're not gonna squabble when you see each other in public or give each other dirty looks or anything. You just it's like a namaste thing. My existence recognizes your existence, so let that motherfucker be a bygone.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a $40 response.
That's going in the volts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone else... Actually, never mind. Someone else gave me a definition the other day, but that's a different story. Not of a bygone, something else.
Right.
So why is it called a win for wolves?
So the funniest story about that is that we were a band for like 4 months. And the whole time we were like, we have to fucking name this thing. And we were like, can't fucking name it. Like, we couldn't think of anything. We couldn't agree on anything either. We did have Captain Geach in the Shrimp Shack Shooters at one point. But I figured, like, that's a mouthful. And people are going to constantly ask us, what the fuck is a Geach? And there was no explanation for it. It was just a suggestion by somebody. So, I mean, we didn't really... It sounded cool at first, but it's just too much. So I actually ended up being like, okay, we gotta figure this out. So I wrote 10 original names, and then I found 10 other ones in the dark abyss of Reddit, and fucking put them all on a piece of paper, and we voted on it. And we voted for a win for wolves, which is one of the fucking ones I found on Reddit, like deep in there, like the old disregarded posts. Like someone wrote down like 350 band names that they just randomly came up with their girlfriend or something, posted on Reddit, and a win for wolves was in there, which is cool because we grew into it. Like we had Will's sister, who's an artist, design our first flyer, and like the flyer had these like blue and green and black textures that were all sick, and has a wolf on the cliff like howling at the moon. And then when we did our show, we got all these like photos taken, and a bunch of them, the lighting behind us was the same color scheme as the flyer, and we didn't even like intend it. So it was kind of like a little God wink or something that was like, okay, like this is on the right track. So we grew into it, and like I completely resonate with the wolves. Wolves are sick, they're in packs and they're strong. And there's a very sacred hierarchy in like wolf society. Like alpha wolves and cubs and everything. It's just so communal. It's so tight. So, and then what I really want to do is start donating a portion of our show money to wolf conservation.
Wolves are fucking gnarly.
So it's literally a win for wolves anytime we do a show.
And is it figurative because you boys are wolves and you guys are winning?
Yeah, we feel like a wolf pack, and we feel like we're winning.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Get all hyped and drunk, be like, we're fucking wolves. Wolves can do anything we want.
Have you guys ever like howled together in like a group?
No. But I feel like I feel like that's gonna take like a certain situation to where we all feel confident and not silly at all doing that.
I would want you guys to be more silly than confident in that situation. I want you guys like fucking like done like the like on them
just full embrace the full like
I want to see you guys going like to the point where it's making other people in the room extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah,
and you guys are like howling and sweating, and like your guys' pupils are like the opposite of dilated, like extremely constricted, and you guys are just like adrenaline packed and just like there's literally like saliva dripping.
Dude, acting like cringe kids on TikTok, just like full furry mode.
Dude, okay. Your guys' next show, you guys should come with fucking like fur.
Oh, dude.
Like,
I got the perfect vest for it too. That's the fucked up part.
Not even like you guys need to go on Amazon and order like a wolf like top piece.
It's like a wolf onesie, but like crop it, like make it a crop top.
Yeah, like I want to see you guys' nipples though.
That'd be fucking crazy.
That'd be dope. That'd be fucking dope. People would go crazy. People would be like, dude, it's the fucking wolves.
Those are the wolf guys.
Those are the wolf guys, and you guys are just fucking like going crazy.
Dude. Just wear all wolf fur except for my nipples.
So, I mean, who handles like the bookings and the? You said you're trying to perform at the Siren next, possibly.
Right.
Who's walking into the Siren?
So, like between me and Isaac, we'll both either together individually try to go to venues and talk to the management and everything, and then fucking get at least the opportunity to talk to them about it. But like we've been trying to build our portfolio, so we've been getting recorded, got lots of footage. We're gonna need some band photos soon, so it's gonna be real easy to actually like have a cut dry method of going into venues and showing what we got, and then the numbers we can bring in, and going about it like that. Like, but honestly, since the Sweet Spring show, we've gotten to the point to where it's like you talk to the bar staff and everything, and we can get everything lined up. But we haven't all been able to get together like recently, so it's been kind of stopping there. But we're picking up momentum again, so the next show is not far off.
Okay. I mean, I feel like there almost like has to be like a summer show. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I was really motivated to just grind all summer, you know. But I actually recently just kind of invested in having like my own rig. So if I can't get together with the band, I could just do some like cafe style whatever, just to keep it like keep the momentum going. Because the music I write for myself and the music that me and the band write, they're very different. Mm-hmm. Very different. Mine's more like a mellow R&B vibe, and then with the band, it's just like in your face aggressive. I could still wear the wolf nipples though for my show. It just won't make much sense.
When you were in Osos, you had a stage presence. Like, you behind the mic were the exact opposite of what you are right now. Like, right now you seem very low energy, a little tired, like, kind of chill.
Yeah, Levitt whooped my ass too. So
you seem like, I was almost expecting you to come here on some next level bullshit.
Just like hyped up.
Yeah, and even at JC Cruz's birthday party that you were at, like when we were talking to you for a little bit, like you seemed pretty amped.
Yeah.
And you were talking and you seemed extremely confident.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, explain that side of yourself.
So yeah.
Because you almost see like a future in this or something.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about like you guys would be down to perform at that one place downtown SLO, fucking Frog and Beach.
Oh yeah, that's Aggies Extreme actually, to perform Frog and Beach. I would say with like the duality of everything, one half of me is very like calm, reserved, just kind of mellowed out. As soon as like the stage is involved, or I'm like in the mode of trying to market the band or my photos or whatever, it's almost like a whole different identity. So, and it just depends on the mode. I wish I could like pick it, you know, if I could just like have a switch, because I would probably keep it on the other one like a lot more, which I have lately. You know, it's June, so it's my birthday month. Some people would say it's because I'm a Gemini. I don't know how much that plays into it, but there's definitely two. two versions.
Speaking of some like star shit, because you said Gemini and stuff, honestly, fuck all that bullshit. But what I will tell you,
It's the most popular pseudoscience, you know?
Gemini is the most popular sign. You said
Astrology is the most popular pseudoscience.
pseudoscience.
A
Fake
lot
science.
of people use it as like a science or like a validation in things and like an explanation. I can get that aspect of it, but I don't put that much energy into that because it's almost like you're kind of you have these predepositions for people, you know?
Yeah, no, fuck all that. But what I will tell you is true. Is the other night, the moon was so, this is like 8-10 days ago, maybe even less, honestly, maybe
It was
7.
like massive.
The moon was almost kissing Earth. The moon was so fucking big, so fucking close, so fucking bright, so
Right.
fucking orange. It looked insane. Like, and I'm driving home and I'm like, the moon's like not staying still right now. Because when it's super far away, you just drive and it's like, I don't know.
Right. But
It was so close that I was driving in the hills and it was like fucking like
you could see it shifting.
yeah, but it's like, I guess it's not shifting, but the position of my car is shifting around the highways and shit. So it's like, it was that fucking close. And then I get here and then my roommate and I, we've been sleeping like shit lately. Like, she comes like, it was like 1 a.m. and she's like, yeah, I've been sleeping like shit lately. I'm like, me fucking too. And usually I'm out like a light. Like, once I close my eyes, I wake up and it's morning time. Then like my sleep, all that shit's been fucked up. And she's like, yeah, like I think it was the moon that night. And I'm like, dude, that's real shit instead of like these stars and like astrology signs and shit.
Yeah.
Like the moon, like way back in the day, weren't women's like periods and cycles and shit adjusted from being like, and I mean when people used to live in like sticks and like tiki huts.
Well, I mean that's
shit.
still relevant, and I mean that's a lot of animals across the board, not even humans. Like the moon cycle affects humans. There actually used to be this thing back in the day, like Old West days, called full moon fever. You could use it in court. Like if you did some foul shit or some out of pocket shit, and it was a full moon, you could plead full moon fever, and that would be like they would respect that and just, you know, let you go or something. I don't know, reduce sentence. But the moon definitely does have an effect on people. I love full moons. I always want to go out and do crazy shit when there's a full moon.
It would, yeah. I mean, my sleep would like. I feel like last night, to be honest, was the first time I had slept well in like a while.
Right.
Like I was like waking up, just having like such realistic, not even nightmares, just weird ass scenarios of like people texting me, like fucked up dreams. Like people would text me and I would text them back, and like it was just the most real vivid text messages and conversations, and I would wake up and I'd be like, oh, like I texted that person last night, but it never happened.
Wow.
Like my sleep cycle and my dreams, it was just so weird and convoluted, and I think it had to do with the moon. I really do. It's like it's literally in our DNA for when that like happens sometimes. It's like our chromosomes start doing something, then it's like, hey, like 10,000 years ago, like that little environmental thing, like that's like, I'm gonna do to you right now what we did to your ancestors. Right. I almost like felt that like the last like week.
Damn.
I don't know. Maybe some people would agree with me, maybe not, but you brought up astrology, so I brought up the moon.
I mean, I heard once that NASA landed on the moon, right? And fucking when their probe or whatever the fuck landed on the moon, it fucking the Richter across the whole fucking thing, and they think it was hollow, or it is hollow, which is like some crazy shit. But I mean, I'm weird. I think that shit's a giant alien base. That has to be a giant alien base, bro. Like if you could be like the vantage point for watching humanity do certain shit.
I feel like there's other moons for that to happen though. Like there's so many moons out there. Like some planets have multiple moons.
Right.
You know? Like,
well, depending on like what it is, because I get like the moon, they're not all like made of the same composite material. Our moon is just what was that fucking flew into Earth at some point and then just got in its gravity. So like another planet's moons could be a completely different like material or you know, rock or something. So our moon is very unique to us in some senses.
What do you do during your free time? Like, what days do you have off of work?
I normally just work, like, I do my Monday overnight, so it's Monday and a Tuesday, and then I do Thursday overnight, it's Thursday and a Friday, and then I work a day shift Sunday. And that's, like, about 45 hours within that. So it gives me a lot of space during the week to, like, say if I want to jet down to LA and go do that, I can, or stay at home, or, you know, this weekend I'm going to go to San Francisco, go see the Giants. Fucking love baseball, so stoked on that. But yeah, I like to keep an open schedule. That's why I like being at the job I'm at, because I have a lot of freedom with that. It gives me the time and resource I need to just pursue what I want to pursue.
What made you want to go into the medical field?
At the time, it was just what was convenient and was paying the best.
Really?
So, yeah, pretty much. And I got stuck, so don't get stuck and stuff.
Do you feel stuck right now?
No, not really. I mean, the world's a crazy fucking place. It's nice to have some stability. It's like, stability is definitely taken for granted these days. I feel like everyone's situations are so fragile, especially now. So, anything can happen at any moment, just throw you the fuck off. So to have, like, my shit in a strong foundation so I can actually do stuff is quite the gift. So
you said you had an ex-girlfriend. You don't have to say who you dated, but like right. I wonder who you dated. Like the type of like girl.
I get that a lot. You know man. What I mean? I don't even know my type. But I mean, the girls thing right now kind of just on the back burner. It's not like not like a conscious thing. It's just I just don't really have the motivation or the energy for it. You know, so, yeah, I'm sure it'll come back eventually. Could just be this week, who knows.
Have you been laid in 2022?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
Like a...
Yeah. I hope everyone has. It's been a rough go. It's almost July. I hope everyone's gotten some nookie by now.
I mean, yeah, it's a cold world. I recently just got laid, you know?
Right.
It had been like a long ass time previously.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Well, the whole rockstar thing, it's not like an unavailable resource. So, but you know, even the term unavailable resource kind of put a weird spin on it. Like, you know, when you're young, you know, sex and everything, that's cool and shit. But like at this age and like with just everything going on in my life, like I just want some fucking, like, if you're not contributing to the overall like fascination I have with life, like I don't really pay it no mind. It has to be really new and really exciting, and I have to feel like, you know, I can't, like, if I go on without that person, I'm not gonna have as much of an experience, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's always been difficult to find. I'm fucking weird, so it's like, as I get older, I realize there's like a whole spectrum to my personality. So I found like recently in dating, you know, some person will be really attracted to one aspect of it, and like the other ones are just kind of like, the fuck is this? This isn't what I'm here for. This isn't who I thought you were. So that's the tricky part. But I am what I is. So
I wonder what you do when you wake up in Los Osos. Like, do you, like, you know, like, do you lay in bed? Do you get to cooking? Like, what type of breakfast do you make? Do you even cook food?
Well,
is your fridge barren?
I don't normally stay too much in Osos. I'm mainly in
Cayucos.
Yeah, Cayucos.
Because you live in Cayucos.
Yeah. First thing I do when I wake up, man, I just try to, you know, I heard something a really long time ago. You should reserve like the first 10 to 15 minutes of like you being consciously awake to just getting rooted. I'm terrible at this, but like not being on your phone, stretching, thinking of what you want out of the day or whatever whatever mantra you have, and then just giving that little time to yourself just to like get back to you before you let the whole world in and stuff, So then, breakfast, love to eat. I never stop eating. Food's like my favorite thing.
How much do you weigh?
Like 156. Tiny though.
What do you eat for breakfast? Like, do you fuck with bacon?
I fuck with bacon heavy, yeah. I really like bacon sandwiches, like egg and English muffin is fire, but I suck at eating in the mornings, so I normally like to do something lighter, like oatmeal or yogurt, just something that's easy. It's like I don't have to chew like a mound of food and digest it and shit. Like kind of like a grab and go. First thing's always coffee though. Always coffee. Fuck yeah, I love coffee.
Do you do black coffee or are you adding creamer?
I'm kind of bougie with it. I go like downtown Cayucos. I get this fucking every morning.
Every morning?
Pretty much. I need to get a fucking espresso machine, but I'm spending too much money on this. But they make it so good, so I can't not get it. But I get like a Mexican mocha. You ever had one of those? Fucking delicious, man.
Something probably. I mean,
it's like
probably.
Yeah, you ever had Mexican chocolate?
I think so.
Yeah, it's like cinnamony.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So they make a mocha out of that. Shit is fire. I should have got one of those before this, but it was like 10 o'clock at night. So,
are you like a local to that restaurant now? Do they know who you are?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, fuck with the
usual?
hair, and just like, I try to really just make conversation with people. Like I genuinely want to know what people are doing, especially I see them all the time. So every business I go to or anywhere, really, I just try to make a solid connection. So over time, it just accumulates everywhere I go. Like they know what I'm there for, and I don't normally change it up too much. Like, once I pick one thing, I'm just so about it. I'm very picky in that way, particularly.
Do you eat like food in Cayucos at all, or you?
There's a couple of spots, but it's expensive. So there's like one Mexican restaurant there that's gas. It's like at the gas station. Shout out Cayucos gas station. It's best fucking Mexican food. But besides that, it's just too expensive and just kind of weird. So it's all like seafood and like touristy shit and greasy bullshit. So I try not to indulge there too much.
Where do you go grocery shopping?
Albertsons. If I can, I try to go to like Food for Less, Trader Joe's.
In SLO?
Yeah.
How often are you in SLO?
All the time. I'm everywhere all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen you at Food for Less.
Well, I mean, I don't go all the time, but okay. I wish I did. What, you work at Food for Less or something?
No, I'm not Food for Less fucking like almost on a like multiple times a week. It feels like.
So when you shop, do you like? I'm the worst at this. I always like never have shit at home. If I need it, then I'll go to the store. Like I never fucking grocery shop. I'm like, okay, all this is here, and this is what I'll make for the fucking week. And I'm not that put together.
I could not go. Yeah, I could not do what you just said. Like going to the grocery store multiple times a week. Fuck that.
Yeah,
I go once, and hopefully I don't have to go. So I go to Food for Less frequently for like alcohol. Either like we're doing something, or I needed to go somewhere, or like people are coming over to do an episode. Like I feel like I go there frequently to either get like a bottle or a handle. Usually like a handle or like or even just non-alcohol, like mixers for alcohol.
It's kind of like your big corner store.
Yeah. So I go there all the fucking time. But like in terms of a grocery shop, I feel like I try and go, I try to not go more than like once every like 14 days. Okay. Just because going into a grocery store in general, like I'm trying to get my sleep schedule better to where I can go do things during the day of the non-busy hours, but I just hate walking into like stores and grocery stores, especially like the lines and just like the congested aisles and shit, and just like I just kind of want to like Like if a robot could do it for me, I would never go grocery shopping.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm weird. I love stores.
Unless someone's with me, then I'm completely fine.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I fucking love shopping, like stores. Something stimulating
Lucky.
about it. Yeah.
Lucky.
It's weird because like I realize like when you travel, like say you go somewhere like you've never been before or like anything, and you're like kind of fucked up. I find it like kind of nice to go to like a Target because each Target looks similar, so it's like familiar. Like the familiarity of it is kind of comforting. But I love I love buying shit. I'm a big consumer, so I fuck with stores.
You ever been to Best Buy?
Yeah.
Best Buy's a cool store.
Best Buy's pretty sick. I miss Circuit City. R.I.P. Circuit City.
What's Circuit City?
Damn, Circuit City used to be like the other Best Buy. It was just like kind of more, I don't know, cheaper. That's why they died out. They died in like the 08 recession, like 07, 08, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, the Whole Foods used to be a Circuit City.
So like a lesser Best Buy.
Yeah.
Less shit available.
I mean, I would say it would be like up to par with Best Buy at the time too, because things were so different back then. Like you go to Best Buy and fucking they all have the same shit. You know, you got your appliances and your fucking trap phones and laptops and shit. So now Best Buy, like you got everything, man. You can get anything you need there.
How do you pronounce your last name?
Harvell. Yeah.
Harvell.
I didn't really like hearing my last name back in the day, but I had this dick of a math teacher. He dealt with my older sister and my older brother, so when I got there, he just called me Mr. Harvell, and I'm like, why do you say that? Like, exactly how it's supposed to be said, with such, like, passive tone. It was passive as fuck. And then I figured out, yeah, my brother and sister. Mainly my brother probably got on his bad side. I don't fucking knows. But Harvell, I've grown into it. I like it. It's different. You don't meet many Harvells.
Do your siblings know you jam out?
Yeah. Yeah. Very proud.
They live around here? They're like way older?
Sister lives in Osos, and my brother lives in Arizona.
Damn.
Yeah.
What's next on like your agenda? What's next in your LA life? Win for Wolves.
Yeah. So
personal.
As far as Win for Wolves goes, our next big step right now is just getting the studio, getting our sound down, and then through that, just getting more shows. Things have just been so like iffy with everybody lately that we just want to have it down. So if say we do need to have someone fill in, like it's there for them. You know, they have the blueprint. We're not just like trying to explain this shit and go by that. So getting everything recorded, getting it out professionally, you know, that's big. Marketing it, getting it as big as possible, you know, pushing it as much as we can. Dominating the local scenes. The big goal, way down the line, once everything's kind of, the foundations are strong, we can get out there and just get it done. It's just getting everything to that point is the main one right now. As far as LA goes, still taking photos. I'm going to be shooting a fashion show on July 2nd for my friend's brand. He has a brand called Porn Hoodies, which is pretty fucking sick. A lot of people in LA rock with it too, so that's been fun. Met a lot of cool people through that. A lot of good friends now, actually. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot that. I might walk in it. I'm gonna see if I can walk in it. Done some fashion shows, so it'd be cool to get back in the mix with that. Big thing in I think August or September. I have this friend named Duckworth. He's an artist that out of LA, and I shot a couple of his shows and his parties, and I'm gonna shoot his show down in LA. I forget the venue, but that's gonna be pretty fucking big. There's gonna be some cool people there, so that's exciting. Enjoying summer, just like trying to make genuine memories, make new friends, and be happy. You know, like my life personally in the past, like, fucking God knows how long now, it's like 6 or 7 years. It's like there's always been like something, and then like you're recovering from that something, and there's identity crisis, and you're just forming yourself. And I feel like now, like, I know myself, I'm comfortable with myself, I know my parameters of everything. So it's just time to go out there and live and be happy about it and capitalize on the art and meet new artists, work with new artists, and just like completely soak my life in just art. Like if that's all, if I could just do one thing, that'd be it. Just all the different facets and ways of doing that, expressing myself. That's the goal. That's the goal. More art. Let there be art.
Who's your best friend right now?
Fuck.
Who do you hang out with the most?
Who do I hang out with the most? Shit, myself. All my friends moved away, man. So it's like, these days I really just be hanging out with my family. I'm thankful to hang out with my family a lot more. My best friend Logan moved to Tehachapi about a year ago. We talk like damn near almost every day. He's a fucking sick drummer. He's like he's probably the best drummer I know. I hope he doesn't watch this because he's gonna hold that against me fucking forever. But yeah, he's fucking great. We've known each other for like 10 years now, and like had so many ups and downs as friends, and like we just really know each other. So it's good to have people out there like that. Connor, my best friend, who lives in Kentucky. We play Xbox all the time. I haven't touched my Xbox though, like hardly this year. They're big mad about it. I hear about it all the time. You know, never hopping on, but I've been busy. I just feel like I haven't had the fucking mental reserve for it. You know, it's not as stimulating as everything else I've been doing. So, yeah, and then hang out with Isaac a lot, and a lot of girls. All my friends are girls. I love being around women. I was raised by women, so that's like, everyone's like, I always see you with different girls. I'm like, I know, it's crazy. Have a good one. Like, but yeah, girls are my favorite. Shout out girls. Girls rule the world.
So you're hanging out with them because you're like genuinely embedded in their like friend groups and whatnot. You're a part of that friend group.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like yeah. It's I wouldn't say I'm like more feminine. I would just say that like it's just the energy I've always been around, and it's like it's the same wavelength. Like I love hanging out with guys too, but like I've always felt kind of out of touch with that because there was never real like men growing up around. So just that's where I want to be. So that's where I spend most of my free time.
Does it ever turn like sexual sometimes, or is it like no, like these are my friends?
Like sometimes, but like these days I'm really just concerned, or I'm more aware of just like sex is a sacred thing. So it's like hooking up with your friends is under the right circumstances, don't get me wrong, it's fine, you know, you trust that person, but like it could fuck shit up sometimes. So I want to stay away from that because I'm really stoked on all the people in my life right now. So anything to just kind of help not fuck that up, then I'm all for it, 100%.
If like a redneck, older, conservative like male saw you, they would definitely think you're, and you might be, but they would be like you're gay. You're homosexual because you have the jewelry, you're dressed differently.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
I mean, I've always gotten that growing up, but it's like, you know, just like I said, just raised by nothing but women. I love expressing myself in all facets. I'm high energy, confident. I think that's where like the term like kind of queer comes from. You know, like it's just there's an edge. You know, and it's just one of the aspects of my personality. So, you know, yeah, I just don't find guys sexually attractive.
People like some people think my voice is like kind of high, so like they like think I'm gay and
Right.
stuff, and like I feel like you're kind of in that same boat. Like
Yeah,
your voice
yeah.
just naturally isn't crazy deep.
Right, yeah, definitely. And it says a lot of just about like people's overall
Well, if anything, it's a good thing. Like it's a fun conversation.
Oh, I love
you know
it.
what I mean?
Because
it's not. It's
has,
not a diss.
No,
like, being gay,
I
nothing's wrong with being gay.
No, not at all. Not at all. I actually like it because
more gay people.
Well, all my gay friends are like the most unapologetically expressive, beautiful people, and I think that's what it is. Like they give absolutely no fucks about what the outside opinion has anything to say about like their own spirit and their own energy. So I mean, and I have that for sure. So, and I've gotten a lot of my confidence from just everything that I've been through in my life. So it's like, yeah, I take it as a compliment.
Do you have any crazy, like, dire stories that anybody listening to this needs to hear? Like, you have some crazy, funny, insane stories about people, about yourself. Yeah. I mean, if it's about people, make sure you're in the story.
Right.
Or fuck it. Don't make sure you're in the story.
Yeah, tell a story that someone else is in. Here, everybody, here's a story of Shrek 2. In a swamp. But they don't even wake up in the swamp in Shrek 2. He got the house, he locked it in. See, that's what I want.
Real estate?
No, I want to just be Shrek, because if you think about it, he was just mind his own business, hella grumpy, meets a talking donkey, finds a baddie. The baddie ends up getting badder, because then she's actually an ogre, or turned into an ogre or something. And he just lucks out. He's like, he has his house, he's royal, he gets to keep your talking donkey.
She's a thick ogre too.
Yeah, dude, like, I would love to be Shrek. I'd have no problem with that. That's the blueprint. But as far as like a story that, a crazy story I've been in, shit. Man, nothing really comes to mind. Well, I mean, there's a lot of them, but like nothing I can feel like. You ever tell a story, you get done with a story, and it's like, it doesn't like have a point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are, I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great. A lot of things don't even need points, but they're glue for bigger picture ideas.
Yeah.
You know?
I got hit on by Jessica Simpson's dad at a party once.
How were you, I mean, how were you there?
I was at my artist friend's birthday party in Hollywood, and it was at the fucking, I just cannot remember the names of these places. I think it was like the Pavilion or some shit. I can't remember. But it was like a rooftop thing, and like industry people are there, right? Fuck it, whatever. I was just chilling because I was like, I can get free drinks and my friends are here, so stoked on that. But this older dude showed up in like this fucking white lab looking trench coat, and he was just chilling, vibing and everything. And I'm just being me, so I'm dancing, I'm fucking having fun and shit. I'm just like a little social butterfly, and he comes up to me and asks me like, "Yo, who are you? Like, what do you do?" And I'm like, "Oh, Brad, I'm just here. Like, I don't know. I don't really do anything. It's my friend's birthday." So, yeah, he was like talking about like his modeling agency, and then he had this like guy with him that was obviously like a I wouldn't say like a pet, but it was just like it was something. I don't know what it was, but it was something. And yeah, I talked to him for like 15 minutes, and then I walked away, and my friend was like, "That's Jessica Simpson's dad." I'm like, "Fuck, dude, I wonder if I could have got Jessica Simpson's number." Like, or like at least, I don't know, something. Like, what's your daughter up to? I don't know, I feel like they don't talk to their dad. Like, Hollywood people don't talk to their parents too much.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, that's probably the highlight of my life right there. Yeah.
That's just, yeah, I mean, that's not even, yeah, I mean.
It's just random.
Just random.
Just random. Just
fuck it.
Random shit.
I mean, who even cares about Jessica Simpson?
Right.
Who even cares about us, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there's, yeah.
Fuck yeah. I did bring my guitar too. If you wanted me to fucking...
Dude, yeah, I love that shit. Yeah.
Alright, sick.
Yeah, I might. It's low-key kind of hot, so if you're down taking like a 5-minute intermission so I can throw my camera in the freezer real fast, that's chill with you.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Freeze your camera real quick. I'll go grab my... So this one's one of the first ones I wrote. It's called Care. Yeah, it's kind of self-explanatory, so... Yeah. I'm all alone, and you're on my mind. And I'm all alone, like all the time. If I trust in you, will I fall behind? Trust in myself, I know I'll be fine. I know I'll be fine. I know you care. I know you care. I know you care. I know you care about me. About me. About me. About me. I'm out again, out in the light. And I see your face, but you don't see mine. If I fall away, would you draw the line? Please let me know. Give me a sign. Give me a sign. I know you care. I know you care. I know you care. I know you care about me. About me. About me. About me. I'm all alone, and you're on my mind.
Damn.
Thank you, thank you.
Give it up for Brett. Everybody in the fucking building. Everybody stop what you're doing right now. Give it up for Brett Harvell.
Shall we do another?
Yeah, I'm down, dude.
Just
I'm
keep
down.
it running, keep it running.
You just play for the next like hour and a half.
That's totally possible too. Gives you more to edit. It was like super low energy today too, so it would be funny if we did like the chill one, and then I came over and got shit faced, and then we did the hype one. There's like the dual fucking.
If you need drink, there's.
Well, I got
beverages.
drunk, but I would actually let me get a ride one of these, and then go there. I'd be so down. So this is like a cousin of that song, kind of, but yeah. Also, all my songs are like about girls, but no girls specifically. So at least that's what they say. So I won't run from you, and I can't run from me. I've grown tired of the same old game. No, you're lying, just to stay the same, just to stay the same. And I can't change the time, and I won't change your mind. Oh, you're lovely, just the way you be. And I'm so happy when you're around me, when you're around me. Oh, what do you need? I'll give you anything, yeah. All you want and so much more if you just say that you're mine, that you're mine. Oh, now, ooh, yeah. Oh, now, ooh, yeah. So I won't flee from this. Please don't plead the risk. Oh, you're just trying get my head. Can't let you in. I'm better off dead. I'm better off dead. Oh, what do you need? I'll give you anything, yeah. All you want and so much more if you just say that you're mine, that you're mine. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, everyone stop what they're doing. Let's give it up for Brett fucking Harvell. Woo. Dude, I say we end on that. I got a couple things I gotta do before bedtime for me.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And I think my roommates might be joining us too.
Oh yeah, that's all good.
No,
well, thank
you,
dude. This has been dope. Like, thank you.
Dude, thanks for fucking cruising out here. Honestly.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, yeah, pleasure to have you on. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Yeah, I mean, we out here.
Yeah.
And, like, it's dope that you're, like, I don't know if you're necessarily, like, born and raised from Cayucos, but at least you're, like, living in Cayucos.
Right.
Like, not too many of those people fuck with me. So, like, that's dope that you, like, made a little trip out here to come kick it.
I'll be the Cayucos ambassador all day.
Dude, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Have a good
Cheers.
trip home.
Oh, yeah, well, for sure.
Anything you want to say to the camera? Anybody watching?
Don't fuck up. If you fuck up, don't get caught. If you don't get caught, quit fucking up. That's it.
You guys heard it from Brett and so? Dude, have a fucking...
Sleep.
Have a good night, bro.